Hello everyone. In this video, I will talk about resolving cannot see services in digital workplace. Resolving cannot see services in digital workplace. Symptoms are cannot see any digital workplace catalog services published in digital workplace. For instance, a lot of users report that they cannot see some services in digital workplace. Based on user comments, we can identify that the majority of the services reported are DWPC services. SRM services are visible and working fine. Cause is incorrect configuration for Encase catalog section. One possible reason is that an administrator had reset hand-admin password, so digital WordPress catalog integration is broken. Fix is correct configuration for Encase catalog section. Next symptom. Cannot see some services published in digital workplace that I used to see. Cause is the login ID of the user affected was changed from lowercase to uppercase or vice versa. Fix is we need to run some SQL statements in some tables at database level to update affected customer entries. Next symptom: new users cannot see any digital workplace catalog services in digital workplace. Cause is users are not present in digital workplace catalog database. Fix is we need to wait till sync job runs or we can execute it manually through BMC Developer Studio. Now let's proceed to demo these issues in a lab. I will use DWP version 2008.
Now let's reproduce the first symptom, which is cannot see any digital workplace catalog services published in digital workplace. As we can see here, there are two digital workplace catalog services published. And now let's suppose that an administrator changed the password of HANA. Let's open people form from ITSM site to change HANA admin password. And that's it. After reset HANA admin password, could take some time to be reflected in digital workplace, that we cannot see any digital workplace catalog service. Okay, so let's roll back the changes. Let's use again the original password for HANA admin. So let's proceed to reset the password. And also in Enhanced Catalog section in the WP admin console, let's use also the original password. Save it. And that's it. For our second symptom, which is cannot see some services published in the digital workplace that I used to see, let's use the same user. For that, his login ID changed from lowercase to uppercase. So let's proceed to validate the user form in ITSM site. As we can see here, the login ID changed. So now, for this specific use case, we need to check at database level some tables just to validate the login ID. For that, let's log into Digital Workplace database and perform some queries in those tables. So in the slides we saw some tables that begin with DWP underscore. That is for version 21, and for this version that we are using is version 2008. So let's proceed to run this query. And let's search, for instance, this is the token. It has dummy token and it has the lowercase. Okay. So let's proceed to another result. The user ID is test BMC. Again, is in lowercase. Search for the last one. User login ID. test BMC underscore. So that indicates that it's not matching the user form versus the data workplace database. So for that, let's proceed to run some updates. So let's proceed to run this update statement, which is basically changing the login ID to uppercase. Okay, so let's try. We have 3 rows updated. So now let's again query the previous statement. So it's okay. Now it's in uppercase. Check the other table. Okay, it's in uppercase. And the last one. Okay, great. It's in uppercase too. So for that, now the user must log off and then clear the browser cache and test again. If after logout and clear browser cache you still don't see the DWPC services, there is one extra step that you can check. Go to DWPC and then try to add a user role. For instance, that the user that is facing the issue. I have searched for this login ID, and as we can see here, the login ID is in lowercase. So that means in the WordPress catalog database is not updated. So for that, let's proceed to update in Innovation Studio. This is for Helix customers. So for that, let's go to Administration, Manage People, and then filter by login ID. Okay, now let's edit the entry. Go to Access Details, hit Edit Login, and let's proceed to type in uppercase. Test BMC. And then just hit save. Save successfully. So let's try to refresh the page. We still cannot see the service. So we need to perform the same step. Sign out, clear browser cache, and test again. After performing the mentioned step, now we are able to see the services. So let's validate from DWPC. And now as we can see here, the user login is now in uppercase as well. So that's it. Let's see the next symptom. For our third symptom, which is new user cannot see any digital WordPress catalog services in digital workplace, we have created this user, this Lily Benson, and as we can see here, there isn't any services published, right? So the first thing to check is go to the WordPress catalog and try to add a user role searching for Lily Benson. So there is no results for that. It means that we need to wait till sync job runs, or we can execute it manually through BMC Developer Studio. Okay, in this case, let's execute it manually using Developer Studio. Okay, let's open Developer Studio and let's look for this escalation, and then let's select and hit Run Now. So let's wait until this finish. Please keep this in mind that this synchronization, this escalation, only is necessary for version 20 and below. For converged platforms, since version 21 and version 22, there is no need to sync people between ITSM and Helix platform or Innovation Studio. Okay, so let's wait. Now let's search again for that user. Let's add a user role. Let's search for the new user. And there you go. Okay, so with this it means that now the user exists in the Workplace Catalog database. So now it's supposed to be able to see this user, the DWPC services. Let's check it. Now I'm logging with Lily Benson credentials in Digital Workplace, and I am able to see the Digital Workplace Catalog services. Okay, so that's it for this issue. Please visit the BMC Remedy and Discovery channel on YouTube. There you can see other related videos. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, then you can be informed for future videos. Thank you for watching.